Yo, what is good, guys? Thank you for tuning in for another video on my journey of becoming a professional motocross racer at the age of 28. Yes, I said it. Today we are at Ultimate MX Tracks outside of Houston, Texas, just towards the east. And this is my first time getting back on my dirt bike after taking that stupid crash from that stupid kid at Three Palms that decided to exit the track and I T-boned him. Got new handlebar clamps, my muffler's still bent up, but I'm gonna let it ride, we're ready to go. I'm out here with my buddy, that's his bike there. He just got fresh graphics on it. He got the Suzuki 250. He rips, he's a lot better than I am. He's been riding for a minute. And this day was great, man. As you can see, look at this beautiful weather. There's nobody at this track barely, man. I did multiple laps where I was the only one here. And I think that's why I had such a great time. This was by hands down the best session I've had riding my dirt bike on a track. Had a blast. At first, it was a little uncomfortable because I was at a new track, and my friend actually said, my buddy said he didn't like it. It was too dusty. And I actually ended up falling in love with this track. This is my favorite track that I've been to so far. I don't know if it's because, like I said, it was empty, but the jumps here at Ultimate are very mellow. As you can tell, there's nothing crazy here. Like, that was maybe like the second or third biggest jump here that I'm going through now. Things that I'm struggling with, that I'm trying to get better at, number one is my jumps. Every time I leave the lip, I never know what's gonna happen. I don't know if my front tire is gonna be too high. I don't know if my rear tire is gonna be too high. And even more so, I can't control sometimes when my back tire flares out to the left or the right. I think that's even more sketchy, coming down at the ground at like an angle. That's obviously something to do with my body positioning, and there's been times where I've like gone a little bit outside of my league and like kind of tried to scrub a jump, and it just pops me exactly the other way. I don't know how you guys just finesse it to keep the bike at that angle that you leave the jump at, because every time I try to leave the jump at an angle, the bike pops me the other way. It's just the weirdest thing. And second is staring at the ground and not fucking riding. I'm always coming into a turn, staring at the ground or at the spot of the turn where I want to make my so-called apex, and I just eventually come into a stop and then I accelerate out. I really need to carry my momentum through that turn and stop just pretty much punking out and just realizing that the faster you go through the turn, actually the easier it is. That's what I'm becoming to learn. 3 is kind of with 2, just being more aggressive. I need to just not be looking at the ground. I need to just run through the turns, run through the jumps, not letting off the gas at points, and just manning through it. Because really, if you crash, you crash, and it's just something that I need to do. And I feel like when you're hesitant, that's when you get hurt, truly. And 4th is just the people. Like I said, I went back to Three Palms and I did not have a great of a time. There was a lot more people there and it was just hard. There was literally about 200 to 300 people, and I'm not even being sarcastic. I don't think I will be going back to Three Palms anytime soon. I have not had the best times. My last 2 times there and the time before that, it was alright. I used to like it because it was one of the only things I was used to. But I'm gonna try to make it out here more. They just do cash only, which is kind of annoying. But enough of me complaining, man. What I really love and what I look forward to when I get my satisfaction out here riding is when I leave that jump and I land on the other side of that incline, just at that perfect transition. I don't feel that jolt in my suspension of that rugged. It's just that soft, smooth transition. That shit makes me smile every single time. It's better than coming out of a corner nicer. It's just better than anything. So that's what really I chase for in that look. And in order to get better at jumping, I need to get better at turning. So I feel like once I master that and just work on my technique and just take it baby steps, and that's really about it, man. Next track I will be going to is maybe this one, but I'm still trying to switch it up. We got Rio out here in Houston, and that one definitely seems more intimidating than Three Palms. They do have other tracks, but it looks like hella fun. The jumps looks like you could get some serious shit on them, and which is another thing because I'm still landing and getting whiskey throttles, and that's another thing. My body positioning when I land, sometimes it doesn't help that I'm casing half of the jumps, but I just come down, and a lot of times I'm just on the throttle, and even more so, I don't even know how I didn't mention this. My biggest problem is shifting. I'm riding the bike in a lower gear. For some reason, I'm hesitant to shift to the next gear. I have to sit down all the way on the seat to shift, and a lot of times it's just uncomfortable just grabbing the clutch shift, and it's like I have to do a whole motion just to do that. And a lot of times I'll just rev it out the gear instead of shifting, which is annoying for me, and I don't like doing that to my bike, but I always find myself doing that instead of just fucking shifting the gear. I hate these dirt bike boots. They're so hard to ride in. But yeah, guys, I will be getting back out here. We're keeping tabs on as many times as it takes for me to go pro. I'm gonna get my first sponsor by next year. I promise you guys that. So keep in tune, keep in touch, and just enjoy the rest of this video of me whipping it out. Thanks, guys.